care. Proud son of North Shields, even prouder son of Australia now. I think Rod got it spot on. The Aussies and the Aussie Geordie here would look to get this singles match. It would set them up for their pairs. And everybody's been saying how well they played their pairs. Keith Della, our analyst, their pairs play showed that Wade and Taylor got it wrong, and that their pairs play has been the best. Vital match, Nigel.
Very much so. And yesterday, a couple of fine results for Austria. A 6-4 victory over Denmark, and then a 6-3 win over Northern Ireland. But Australia really pushed to the limit last night by the Republic of Ireland, 6-5. That was the last game of last night in the second round here. So Australia really stretched to the limit, worked hard, and relieved to be here, and desperate to take advantage.
And that advantage is a 4-pointer here is possible. You get 1 for the singles, 2 for the pairs. The Netherlands are on top of the league with 3 points. So can't stress how vital 81. This match is. And Mensa Suljovic is some player. Beat Manley in round 1 of the World Championships 2009. He throws a bit like Baryshnikov with a ballet bar. That back leg flies higgledy-piggledy.
45.
And Nico, well, Elvis Costello with attitude, Nigel.
Absolutely, he's a showman, all right. Said that he guarantees that he'll be world champion one day. Will he be a World Cup winner this weekend? 2 groups of 4 nations doing battle for a place in the semi-finals. Group A 25. Here this afternoon, Group B tonight. And this man cannot be underestimated. As Rod Harrington said, this is a crucial singles game for the Austrians. This man really has to target the victory here.
Australia and the Netherlands, I'd say, edging to be favourites here, to be the pair through, but Canada might dispute that. And Austrians might be the dark horse. Just missed his treble. Slack on the 69.
Yeah, Suljovic hasn't really got going, has he? He's type of player that needs to warm up, but in this short format, you can't afford to play yourself in. You've got to be at it right from the start. First to 3. Gets a point on the board for the team.
Australia requires 60.
And he might just get a little bit of a wave to the crowd if he clicks this out. Awkward line, the other going right to left and mark a red bit. I think it's better to come left because it's open.
40.
Went the right side. Mess it up, the nerves coming out there. Opening then for Suljovic.
145 needed then. This will be quite a turnaround. It's a lovely start. Well, he went down the 15 route there and made a mess of it. So chance for Nicholson again for the lead in this singles match for Australia.
So 3 inspired legs in the 3 matches can bring the fruit of a 4-pointer.
Game on.
We are down the road from Sunderland, just inside the city of Sunderland. Boundaries. They used to top sport round here. This kid lives now in the Midlands, but came back from Oz. We won in 2005, became that top player. Back in North Shields. Oh, should have had a better lie. Given the lie, rather, should have been in the red bit. It's looking so far. I'm glad I haven't got a 5 out on Mensa. This is a style that can really go cockeyed.
140.
That's the incredible drink and duck you could buy at Scarborough. Plastic wig fell off after 2 weeks after your holiday.
Yep, unorthodox style.
100.
Suljovic, no doubt about that, but very effective, played well yesterday.
Very long arc through, takes the dart well to the ear. Quite a long way. The interesting thing with him is how low, 6 inches below his eye line. All right, on release, it's just level with the eye. Very unusual style, but this much more pissed piston sort of style is.
100.
Boom, boom, straight
Australia
arm.
require
See that?
131.
It's a very, very fast release.
Suljevic more of a slower player. And if he'd have got treble 13 there, then he would have been set on a finish. He will be back for tops to level up this singles match. This clash between Austria and Australia. 2 singles matches, then the pairs. It's Langendorf and Whitlock
60.
to follow this. The short format,
40.
and this to level this singles match. Tops needed for Suljevic, Sid.
Absolutely. The red bit. Don't know what to say in Vienna. Double 10 on the way. Now this has got to be delicatesse. Slither down the barrel.
30.
That wasn't a slither. It was a pounce.
This is where Nicholson will be kicking himself because he hasn't been able to get on a finish quickly enough. He'll be looking to put Suljevic under a little bit of pressure here now. That was a lovely switch to treble 17. Brilliant. Double 5 to level it now.
Monsieur. Mensa. Ooh. Single one. The level. Double 2. Oh, it's not feeling the weight of the dark right at all. But I was talking to him during practice, and I think he was a bit overwhelmed. It was Nicholson. We'll see with this shot to the pretty green.
Well, he dug deep for that. He shouldn't have had the opportunity, really. Suljevic has missed 5 darts at a double now, and look what it means to Nicholson. 1 leg away from a singles victory and a point on the board for Australia.
Telling the local press around that he's proud of being a Toon lad, supports black and whites, but also supports the West End Bulldogs out in Oz. And the Mackham crowd here are giving him a little bit natural jip. They even give me jip.
80.
So remember the rules. It's 3 games within each match. This is the first, and you get a point
140.
for each of the singles, and then 2 points to the winner of the pairs. Stressing Keith Della thinks the tactics of the Aussie pair, not trying to leave each other a certain double, but going the same way and say 1-4-6 or 1-2-1 is the best he's seen.
So far, the Netherlands have 3 points. Canada have 1 on the board. That's a nice treble from Suljevic, battling away here.
99.
He'll be desperate to get back into this game. You do fancy that if Australia win this singles battle, they could go on and get a 4-pointer out of this match.
And if you get 2 4-pointers, you're looking very canny to make the top 2 who go through to tomorrow's playoffs. Just light of the lie there.
100. Australia require 141.
Right then. To kill Walton Matilda, the Aussie Geordie. Nicholson, remember beat Taylor in the Players' Championship a year ago.
105. Australia
That was nicely done by Nicholson. A lot of pressure now on Suljevic. Has to take this out. It's a lovely treble to start with. 16 for tops. Tops in each for a 104 finish to keep the game alive. Oh, magnificent! Mensah, Suljevic and Austria get a leg on the board.
Mensah showing his darting IQ there. And a flourish that I think's Viennese for. What do you reckon of that, pal? Here we go. Produces a banger by the Aussie Geordie.
So typical of Nicholson. What a response that is. 3 perfect darts.
Nice adjustment by Mensah there.
125.
I'm not sure how to pronounce Mensah. I think it is. Trying to get me Geordie tonsils around some of these names. I even have trouble with Nicholson, mate. Here we go.
58.
Oh, slack opens the door.
Just get the feeling this man has hit top gear. I did say that he likes to play himself in, which you can't really do in this short format, but he is looking a lot better and very much on top form like he did yesterday in the knockout stages.
Yes, very impressive. World-class player, has played at the World Championship. Has the Austrian.
99.
A bit like Top Gear, you said. Jeremy Clarkson, sword dancing. The lie is very bad with the flight. Now he's bound to hit the flight that way. Has come for cover, surely.
41.
Back in heels.
Chance for Nicholson to really hammer it home. Set himself up. It's a nice treble 19. Another one of those. Well, he'll be back anyway. He's just going to set himself up for the best finish possible to win this singles and get a point on the board for Australia.
He's gone the treble 20s. There is a
96.
shot to 16th, it might have been easier. 140 needed. Again, this is tricky with the flight. Beautiful. He'll try to the left where it's over. But not. Magic shot! Whoa!
68.
Some pressure now to get the first point on the board for Oz. 2 darts could do it. Perfect. Double 4. That's a perfect lie, but it's got to be delicate.
60.
And now a chance for Salivic to level it. Quite a match here. It looked all over, but this man is made of stern stuff. He's dug deep and he's battling away, looking to take this out and take us to a deciding leg in this first singles match of this Austria showdown.
Double 10 for level. Here we go then! Cranking up the pressure. Yeah, Rendon Meadows. Even the sheep in Rendon Meadows are standing on boxes, looking in the windows. Why not?
Rod Harrington was absolutely spot on when he said that this is the one that Salivic really needs to win to get Austria off to a winning start. Nicholson will be kicking himself that he hasn't been able to kill this one off. And his finishing here, Salivic, in the last 2 legs has been brilliant.
Don't always room problems with slack darts like that. He alters the weight of the dart dramatically. Right, this is the deciding leg. Cockeyed.
85.
The Netherlands on top of the league. I like it. Synchronized carding. Love it.
Yeah, they're enjoying themselves. And look at this from Salivic. Quality.
Oh,
quality.
At the right time. Quality player found the quality street. Look at that treble. Do I discern a little bit of negative vibes? I certainly do. Was the calmest going into leg 3.
96.
And then Netherlands on top of the moment with 3 points of this group. A 4-team group, they all play each other. Off balance, he's allowed to do that at any time. Adds to the tension, then he recovers.
He's a fine player, isn't he? He has had a good World Cup, Salivic.
That's right, Denmark 6. Denmark 6-4 at Austria. They were 3-0 down. He was the main man in that. Then he's made Langendorf got a 1-6-1 with Slim in a minute. And then they beat Ireland. Northern Ireland 6-3. But that was a good comeback. Great match. Needs the treble to put pressure. For the point then.
43.
For the 1 point, the vital point. Treble 19 starts the combo, Nige.
Oh, that's a lovely start from Nicholson. Bullseye now.
Yeah, he missed the begin. Oh, no!
98.
Well, Salivic is more than capable of taking this out. We've seen it in the last 2 legs. Could we see Austria get a point for winning the first singles match? From 2-0 down, remember.
2-0 down against the much fancied Aussie pair. This would be one for the books. This got to get a treble. Needs treble 18. Got it. Double 12 4. Success on the way.
You cannot take your eyes off this. Nicholson, last chance. 9-8. 25 needed.
17 double 4 for the point. Yes! The point goes in the green, and he goes and tells the Mackhams that's what a Toonie lad can do. What about the nudge?
Terrific stuff, and Australia finally get a point on the board.
Paul Nicholson winding up the crowd just a little bit here in the northeast. He was born in this part of the world, now representing Australia, and it's a valuable point on the board for his team. And he rode his luck a bit there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I mean, the second leg, Sulovic had 6 darts at a double, you know, and in this sort of standard, in this sort of short game, you can't afford to have 6 darts at a double. And he kind of threw the impetus onto Nicholson, and mind you, and he just crept over the line, so it shows you the pressure that these players are under.
Okay, let's have a look at the table, see how that's panning out. Big point for Australia there. At the moment, Netherlands leading the way. Point for Australia puts them in 2nd position. Canada in 3rd place. The legs difference making the difference at the moment, and Austria yet to get off the mark. Let's get a reaction from Paul Nicholson with Rod Studd.
Paul, you're just saying to Simon there that you love all this. Tell me realistically, I mean, your nerves must be shredded to pieces after that, mustn't they?
It's pretty nervy. I mean, a lot of people have told me in the last few months it's actually quite hard to play in your backyard. I've played a lot of darts in Australia, but it's the first time I've actually played big darts in the northeast of England, and I was getting a bit of stick, but I'm not used. I'm so used to it, and I did thrive off it. I mean, Mensah played fantastically well to come back to 2-2, and if he gave me a chance, I would take it. And when I had the 25, I thought, you're toast now. Yeah. And I just hope Simon can finish this deal now.
Now, you had sat on a double, he took a finish out, you missed a couple of darts at a double. You must have been thinking, what sort of thing's happening here? But then you took out the 17 double 4. Now just tell me this, you'd missed 2 darts at double 4 for the match. Why did you choose 17 double 4 again when most people would have gone 9-8?
Double 4 has been very, very kind to me under pressure. And I thought to myself, the 2 double 4s that I missed were very, very close. They weren't bad darts. So I thought to myself, yeah, don't back down. I'm the kind of player who doesn't like to back down from doubles that really treat them badly. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't hit you first time, just go and get it again and just show what it's made of. And I'm really happy.
Well played, Paul. We'll watch Simon get on now in his next game. Good start for the Aussies.
Thanks, Rod.
Talks well, doesn't he, Paul Nicholson? Valuable point now for Australia.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Simon now, obviously the favourite to go up. But in this format, Dave, we keep talking about it. Even if Simon wins this, the Austrians go and win the pairs, they've got to draw out of the match and still really in this group.
What about Mark Langendorf? He took out 161 yesterday. He's a classy player.
Yeah, he played very well. We don't know a lot about him. We've met him a few times. He's one of the newcomers from Austria. He is a very good player. The pressure that's on his shoulders now, representing his country against one of the best players in the world, it'd be interesting to see, you know, how he. But the new players, Dave, they're not scared of the big boys anymore. They get up there and they just do it.
Like you say, though, fascinating that you can lose both singles, then pull it back in the doubles, get a draw, and sort yourself out.
Yeah, and then you ain't got to worry. You think 1 minute you're dead and buried in the water, and then all of a sudden you're swimming to the shore. And that is exactly what this format does.
We're loving this format, we're loving this tournament. So your commentary team, Nigel Pearson, Sid Waddell.
Well, absolute belter. Kick this off. And if this man hits his traps, this could be over very quick. And what he did in the World Championship. 15-180s against James Wade, quarter-final, went through to the final against Taylor, lost 7-3.
95.
With 20 shots in the tournament of 100 plus to check out some player.
Wasn't impressive at the double last night though, Whitlock, to be fair.
Correct.
That close call against the Republic of Ireland, 6-5, Australia scraped through, but Whitlock had trouble with his doubles last night, no doubt about that. So, Australia already have a point on the board after The singles win for Nicholson over Solivic. Can Whitlock make it 2 here, or will Langendorf upset the odds and get a point on the board for Austria?
81.
It was a brave effort by Solivic. This man can play as well.
Can he ever? Remember, Austria was 6-4 down. 3-0 down though, playing Denmark, 1-6-4. Then they beat Northern Ireland 6-3. The Aussies, 6-5 win over the Republic of Ireland.
60. Austria require 108.
This is a chance. Langendorf. That's a beautiful start. Flat 19. Double 16. On the wire.
76.
Well, that would have punished Whitlock, who was sat on that finish,
40.
chasing tops, and he'll do it again here. There's the target, and that time Whitlock gets what he needs at the third attempt at a double, and Australia have a 1-leg lead here, first to 3.
And remember, as a pairs coming up next, which counts 2. So Aussies on track at the
60.
moment for a 4-pointer that would put them top of the league. Where Netherlands are on the moment.
100.
Nice, steady ton scoring for Whitlock.
Should have made better use of that high line,
100.
but should have been in on the second dart.
Nice from Whitlock here, 2 in. That's a decent score, 10-42nd of the match for Simon Whitlock, who could well dominate this game if this man cannot get his act together.
60.
Singles, get you a point.
60.
The Aussies have already got one. You can favour it at the moment. So get a second. Then, the pairs can get you a 2-pointer. So it can get you out of trouble, but the Aussies looking for a 4-point in the match.
Whitlock up towards, what, 107 now he's averaging as he switches down the board. This is a much better performance from Whitlock in comparison to the part that he played last night. And if he hits the form that we know he can achieve, then surely Australia will be on their way through to the semi-finals, which are tomorrow afternoon.
41.
Then you should mention the averages there, 103 you say. They could be the second area of reference if the legs difference is tied. 2 18s. So going to pole position, 2-zip. Just pull the dots.
Yeah, you'd still fancy him though, because this is a tall order for Langendorf, who may prove us wrong, prove me wrong, and take this out.
That's the start of the big trouble. That's very handy. 60. Would have left double 19. There we go
95.
then.
Australia require 18.
For 2-zip, double 9. Will he use the line? No, and he'll come south, I think, south-ish. Oh, brilliant! Use of the line, Nige.
Yeah, did it superbly. There we see the winning dart. And now Australia are on the verge of another point on the board. Remember, you get 1 point, 1 league point for winning a singles game, and 2 league points for winning the doubles.
60.
Here we go then. 3 games are played. Third ones
100.
are pairs. Oh, it's off balance with the shot, off balance with the shot still.
60.
And totally overcompensated with the last knot.
Yeah, big score here for Whitlock now, and he's well on his way. And Australia looking to get another point on the board. Remember, in the first game of this group this afternoon, Holland picked up 3 points, Canada picked up a 1, and Australia, if they get this victory through Whitlock, will get 2 points on the board for 2 singles wins, and then can get all 4 by winning the doubles as well.
85.
It's a nice format. It's something different for us to be enjoying today as well. Hope you're enjoying it with us and throughout this evening and all tomorrow as well.
Does put extra stress on the partners there. You could see the Taylor and weird tension in last night's sensation, where they were Taylor particularly trying to leave shots for Weird. I think that upset his rhythm. Whereas these two are brilliant together, the Aussies. So they will have immense amount of confidence if they go to the pairs with 2 points on the board.
140.
So, I just said above Netherlands, who are sitting on top of our league with 3 at the moment.
Yep, 3 ton 40s for Whitlock now as well. And he has been the better player, no doubt about it. Surely he's not going to let it slip from here. Although Langendorf is sat on 110, and he's a fine player.
Travel 20 was required there.
48.
Left double 18.
Australia require 110.
Right then. To save the game. Needs treble desperately. Tops. He'll do it.
Oh,
wow! Austria.
That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. A superb 110 checkout for Langendorf. Full credit to him. And Whitlock was on the verge of a 3-0 whitewash, but this man has given himself some hope there, and Whitlock will be surprised by that.
Well, he had a 161 against Denmark. We know it's in the locker.
66.
Whitlock averaging 96 almost.
But his line to the middle, only one dart in a line, with the plumb line down the middle of the red bit. Normally brilliant at getting lines in and around the middle of the 60. This is a tricky one with a flight. Gets it. Finding a... Oh, is he ever? A rush of form at the right time from the Austrian.
Yep. Whitlock knows that he's still got some work to do here. That's a nice start, isn't it?
That's Whitlockian, yeah. Cover.
171.
That could do it, couldn't it? Unless Langendorf responds with a big score here. Bear in mind, Whitlock had the darts because loser throws first.
85. Australia require 170.
Right then, what a way to get the second point. What's another one in there? Yeah. Wants the ball.
145.
Well, he went for it big time, Whitlock. Didn't have to, but he did do. And he'll be back to try and finish this singles game off, and then that'll be followed by the pairs, Suljevic and Langendorf against Whitlock and Nicholson, when 2 league points are on the line.
And a win there would put Oz above the Netherlands, who are sitting on top of our league at the moment with 3.
60. Australia
Here we go then.
25.
Nice little 2-dotter. There's the easy bit, and there's the easy bit.
The second time.
So, a clean run so far for the Aussies. 2 points wanted out of 2 possible. The pairs will be palpitating.
Player seems to have no nerves.
It's exactly right. He just get up there and plays the dartboard, as he proved against Phil Taylor in the World Championships beginning of this year. He's best part of him is he shots out. He don't practice on trebles. He just shots out all the time, and you see how many times he may get outscored, but he'll take out the 74, the 96 to win the leg.
Everybody looking forward to December the 16th, the World Championship. Is he in with a chance of being world champion this year?
A big chance, and I think with what's happened with Phil over the last 3 or 4 months, with him being beaten a few times, all the other players are looking at and thinking, now Phil Taylor can be beaten, and he is one of the players that has got the whole package. A bit like John Part and Raymond Barnett when they won it, he's got the whole package to be a champion.
What about his sidekick, Paul Nicholson? he will always believe he's got a chance of winning every tournament, such is his confidence.
So I love Paul Nicholson. I think he's great for the game. I think he's a character which we always need, but he can also throw darts, there's no question. I think he put too much pressure on himself. after beating Phil early part of the year. He just needs to settle down, and this may get him back on some form, representing Australia, which is really made him proud.
Does he play the bad guy image too much, do you think? You know, to detriment of his darts?
Yeah, the best person who did that was Peter Manley. He played the bad guy, but afterwards he laughed and had a joke with the crowd. Paul doesn't, so sometimes it gets to him. He's got to play the pantomime, really, you know, be the boo boy, but afterwards give him a wave and get him on your side as well.
Okay, commentary team, Nigel Pearson and Sid Waddell.
Agreeing there with the pundit green. It's got the package, particularly the finishing power. See a 100 plus shutouts in the last World Championship. I think he is in the frame of the top 3 or 4 against a somewhat jaded Phil Taylor, but we shall see. Also, Kidella spotting with us. Nigel hasn't half cracked up the way these Aussies put the shots around on 121 and 146 that leave the other guy what he wants if you miss. Not a deliberate like Taylor was doing for Wade, and I think that was one of the factors why Taylor and Wade lost. So watch, particularly once they get below 160, the Aussies.
First of 3 legs, and you know, it's important for Austria this, because straight after this match they've got to face the might of Koos Stompie and Raymond van Barneveld. The Netherlands are up in match 3, so it's a tough old start for Austria to face the Australians and then the Netherlands back to back. So it really is daunting for Suljovic and for Langendorf. So it makes the doubles even more significant. So far, Nicholson has got a point for beating Suljovic, Whitlock has got a point for beating Langendorf, but if Austria can win the doubles, they will get 2 league points on the board.
96.
And Netherlands will come into their match against Austria cock a hoop. So Austria suffering at the moment at the hands of the didgeridoos, and they've got 2 super cloggies waiting for them. Gets no easier, the game here. Remember, 2 points at stake here in this pairs match.
But this is what they wanted, Austria, the unfancied nations that started yesterday afternoon, as Whitlock goes for double 4 here now, and Australia take a quick fire lead with the first leg of the doubles. Remember, 2 league points on the line for a doubles victory.
And 115, nearly 116 average there. And just a point to keep in mind, it's decided on leg difference if there are ties in this, but it could also, if that's level, go to team average.
30.
At the moment, Holland had a good one, mid-90s I'd say, and the higher the Aussie average, better the chance of it comes down to that in the end.
Whitlock playing so much better than he did last night, although he snatched at that last dart, but yeah, he had double trouble last night, Whitlock, really, in that match against the Republic of Ireland, so playing a lot better here.
100.
And they've got a bit of a break then, Australia, before they face Canada in match 4. Ken McNeil and John Part for the Canadians, who took a point with a singles victory from John Part over Koos Stompie in their game against the Netherlands.
41.
Suljovic poised, throws a loose one. Wrong bed.
35.
Barry Nails opens the door. Big time, Nige.
Yeah, Suljovic is a momentum player, and I'm not sure doubles is quite his style, if you like. He wants to be up there. He take a gap of throw because your partner's up here in Langendorf now, but Suljovic is a momentum player, and we've seen that throughout the course
41.
of his career. Australia dominating, and a big score here from Nicholson, and they will fancy their chances here.
Oh yeah, well, he's a dipper to the 16. It's a lovely line for another one in the red bit.
140.
Beautiful, perfect dot.
Oh, yeah. Superb.
Just to keep the Mackems quiet. That's him doing.
Australia win this, they'll get all 4 points on offer from this match against Austria, and they will top the table.
70.
Next game, Australia against Stompie and Barney for Netherlands. At the moment,
126.
at the top of our league. We play all league till about 5 o'clock. Then we play Group B this evening to find our other 2 semi-finalists sometime tonight.
Where we see Spain tonight, conquerors of England.
80.
Last leg,
Australia
11
require
Donna
52.
to take the power and weights. Highlight of the tournament so far. Unless you're English. Double 16, it's got half an inch south of the line.
36. Australia
Chance for Austria to level it here, but
175.
it is a tall order. I wonder if Suljevic can come to the party here with a 145.
60. Starts the combination. Too frequently has lost the weight of the dart in the top third of the board.
45. Australia
Very bad
require
last start as
16.
well. Straight into the barrel of a non-marker.
There's the target, and there's the finish from Simon Whitlock. 2-0, Australia lead the doubles, and they're a leg away from winning this double showdown and getting 2 league points and taking all 4 on offer against Austria.
60.
So it is like a good hand in 3-card drag. They're looking near having 3 aces. They've got a brilliant average. And their leg
140.
difference is very good. +5 at the moment.
And we remind you, Austria are up against the Netherlands next.
95.
Doesn't get any easier, does it?
Nice lie to be used much better than Suljevic. Well, made me big mouth. Done goodbye because he's
100.
Geordie, isn't he? Here we go then. Suljevic has got to get some action here. Got to get at least a ton, I would say, Nige.
Yeah, fine player, Suljevic. That second dart was tidy.
100.
Right then. Gets that long plat. Straight down the middle of his back like a plumb line. And tries to keep the dart that
41.
way. He lost a couple that time. Needs to set up a shot.
Well, this is where they need a big score. And that was a clever
yes,
switch.
Andy!
112.
Clever switch down for cover. And they're sat on a 1-3-4. Now, what can Nicholson do here? It was a poor visit from Whitlock last time, and they can't find a treble here.
Well,
28.
what a glitch.
Australia require
You name it there, he
134.
missed it. Well, I did one come back from 2-0 down to nearly get the match in the first leg.
94.
The first game of the match, actually. Looked as though Nicholson was running away against Langendorf. Langendorf got back in. The Aussies are glitching big time at the moment.
43.
And the only treble he can get is treble 1.
40.
Tops for Langendorf to get a leg on the board. Keep the game alive. Oh, dear me. Small leg.
The third leg. Austria.
Grievous bodily attack on the wire. There's an error, slight wrong word, desperation. Just run. Oh, wow.
131.
2. Brilliant. Remarkable recovery shots, Nigel.
Yeah, very much so, Sid. That was a poor leg by Australia. They just seemed to get it wrong together. Both Nicholson and Whitlock. Poor leg of
135.
darts. That's good from Suljevic, and now Nicholson looking to follow up Whitlock's decent start here.
Well, Langendorf came back at him after he got to 2-0. And there's another Austrian surge on here, just the right time.
45.
And that's a bag of nails. What a leg we could get if these two hit 100 plus in their next 2 visits.
100.
It's a nice turn. They're back in with a shout here. Big score needed from this man, Simon Whitlock. Oh dear.
Well,
61.
110 scored with the last 6 darts by the Aussies. We could be on the edge of a turnaround.
They've already got 2 league points from 2 singles victories against Austria.
135.
And that was superb from Suljevic. Will we see Austria take it to a deciding leg for the doubles points? 2 league points for winning the doubles. This is more like it from Paul Nicholson.
121. Australia
Right.
131.
Take us to an amazing last leg, in which they'll throw first. Treble makes life very difficult. Right there, Nige.
45. Australia
the match.
143.
Yep, big score. And it's a chance now for Austria
100.
with
Australia
Suljevic.
86.
With all due respect to Langendorf, Suljevic, the stronger of the 2 players, is the man looking to take this out. 86 the target.
Agreed. Patchy, but sometimes reliable. 18 ball to take us to an amazing leg. Ball!
43.
That could be the last
Australia
chance.
require 43.
43 needed for Nicholson. Gets the 11, needs the double 16 to take 2 league points for Australia, and the maximum 4 points on offer
27.
against Austria. Chance for Austria to level it up
43.
now.
Well, he's double nightmare. Nicholson 2-0 up, nearly got caught in the singles. Tops to take us to a deciding leg. If he gets this, here we go, Nige.
Full credit to the Austrian duo of Mensah Suljevic and Mike Langendorf. They really are putting on a fine show here. 2 league points on the line. We must keep emphasising that. 1 for a singles win, 2 for a doubles. And that's a good start from Whitlock.
Well, synchronised throwing, I know, but synchronised loss of form very much to the fore as the Aussies were on the verge of throwing it away.
85.
But they got to get consistency now, and you'd reckon with scoring only 110 in 6 darts, the form might flow now. Flowing. Have a bit of ribbon time, you Eastsiders!
First 180 of the match for the Australians.
28.
Now, which way will Whitlock go here to set up a finish for Nicholson?
Oh, it looks like a leg to match the 11th darter last night that Spanish
145.
did on the England team. Set up a 10 darter. Shows their class.
83.
But they have
Australia
wobbled.
36.
Wobbled more than a didgeridoo. For the match, 4 points, top of the league. Double 80.
Well, it was hard work for Australia. They scraped through in the doubles. They've taken all 4 league points on offer, 2 for the doubles, and a point apiece for their single wins.